Kent, another day, another delicious truck stop hot dog, and we're here just outside of the truck stop because, well, a few weeks ago we took the Toyota Tacoma on a 100-mile test loop, and we got what MPG towing 5,600 pounds?
8.4.
8.4, and we thought to ourselves, what's the better and what's the more fuel-efficient Toyota towing rig? Is it the Tacoma or is it this? The brand new Toyota Tundra. So today, what are we going to do?
We're going to take this frozen Tundra and do the same loop and see if the bigger engine, the bigger power plant means more or worse fuel mileage.
This is a relay.
What is a 4-digit number, lower left-hand corner of the last weight ticket?
4408.
For truck number 1, TFL?
That's right.
The Tundra, of course, has the V8, the 5.7. This has 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. This also has the 430 rear end, very low axle ratio, and a 6-speed automatic. The only other truck that you can get a 430 rear axle ratio is almost a Class 4, a Ford F450. All the other trucks, 3/4 ton, half tons, don't come near a 430 rear end.
Kent, you forgot the biggest news of all, because I took this truck to Phoenix, and I had to fuel up like every 150 miles. But now, what do we get?
We have a 38-gallon tank. I think that's new for this year.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yes.
38 gallons. A proper truck.
That is. That's the real thing. How come I didn't remember that? This has an empty water tote and a Honda Rancher four-wheeler, an ATV, and some center blocks. We use this combination so that we can move the load around to get our tongue weight to that 10%, get our 1,000-pound tongue weight. Well, actually 560 pounds of tongue weight with this trailer. And that's how we do it. We tied it high because that's the only place I can tie this right now. I don't have low ties on the horse trailer. Alrighty, we'll fill this big 38-gallon tank up. Now we are going to use 87, the mid-range. You can use 85 in this truck, but we want to give it the best possible chance. At least it's not premium.
Hey Kent, how much is a gallon?
It is only $1.94.9.
That makes towing so much more palatable when gas is under $2 a gallon, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Folks, there we have it.
There was a half ounce right there.
All right, well let's go trucking, my friend. I got the official numbers, and here's the interesting bit. Okay, this truck with the same 5,600-pound trailer that we towed with the Taco weighs 12,140. So the difference in weight between the Tundra and the Tacoma towing the same amount is 1,400 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, this is a heavy truck. That big V8.
Yes. Yeah, this is, you know, they boxed the frame a few years back, but it is, you know, the crew cab weighs more, the four drive weighs more.
So let's make a bet. All right, the Tacoma got an average of 8.4 MPG on our 100-mile test loop. So will this get more or less? Let's start with that.
I will say this will get a little more. I'm going to guess around 10.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go with 9. All right, and closest buys lunch.
Oh my gosh, okay.
All right. Now remember, a couple other things. You got a tow haul mode.
Well, I start her up.
The other great thing, besides the 38-gallon fuel tank, is that we now have an integrated brake controller.
Yes, we do. It's not in the best place to see it. It's kind of hidden under there, but I'm so happy to have a brake controller that comes from the factory. This is good. And then, you know, this is all set up for trailers. The 38-gallon tank, that's probably the biggest in its class.
Let's get going because we don't waste gas.
And that fuel mileage, I mean, not the fuel mileage, but that 430 rear end, I mean, you got to go to an F450 to get that. You want to get it in a half ton, you want to get it in a 3/4 ton. It's amazing. I always thought they would shoot it up. You know, the Power Wagon, what was it? It was like a 455 or something, and they went to a 410. I really thought this truck would do the same thing, that they would take that 430 and drop it to a 373 and do great with it. Everything's kind of cold and squeaky this morning.
Yes. What is the outside temperature? I think it's somewhere over there, isn't it? Does it tell you?
Oh, I don't want to scroll through there.
Yeah, don't scroll through it. But when I drove here, I can tell you the outside temperature was 17 degrees.
Boy, that sounds cool. This is the exhaust.
Yeah, it's got the I got the Monroney right here, and it's got the TRD exhaust. So they do sound good.
It does. Well, you know, a 38-gallon tank, we could go to Kansas.
We could.
Why?
We could. So $47,118 MSRP as tested, which is almost, let's face it, it's almost 50K. And you know, for that amount of money, there are some things that are missing on this Tundra. I've been driving it for a day now, and obviously what you don't have is any kind of electric or dual climate control. Basically, it's all manual. You also don't have electrically turning on headlights, so you got to turn them on manually. You also don't have all the auto up and auto down windows, and you also only have one illuminated little switch for the driver's side window.
Well, it makes it a real off-road truck. In TDR Pro, this is made to go off-road, and you know, why you want all that fancy stuff when you're out there climbing mountains?
Oh, for 50K.
Well, yeah, I see your point. It's an expensive off-road truck, but yeah, it's down to something that you can go out there and not worry about anything failing on it. But now this has the double shock reservoirs on it, the Pro package.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things that it comes with. But you know, let's face it. The reason we got this truck, and this was very hard for us to do, was because we wanted the off-road version of this truck to kind of match up with the off-road version of the Tacoma that we tested previously.
Right. And you want me to 70 miles an hour?
Yep, 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, let me get up there.
Yeah, center 70 miles an hour. It's got the little stock, right, for as all Toyotas do for cruise control.
Yeah.
And then
dial in perfectly without it being a digital dash. Maybe this will help me with the digital, because it is a little tricky.
yeah, it's a little hard to tell exactly when you're at 70.
Yeah.
Now, the EPA says that this truck gets 13 miles in the city, 17 miles on the highway for a combined MPG of 15.
It's not great.
No, you know, this 5.7 has been around a while. They did they refreshed the truck a couple of years ago, but interestingly, they didn't mess with the engine. And unlike the other domestic manufacturers, right, Toyota, which is unusual for a Japanese company, didn't really focus on fuel economy, because let's talk about it. Ram and GM have cylinder deactivation in their half tons, and Ram also has a diesel version, right, an eco diesel.
Yes, a lot of options with Ram.
Right, and then Ford has gone with turbocharging, the EcoBoost. So there's a 2.7 and a 3.5,
right,
which actually are also more fuel efficient until you get deep into the turbos. When I went to the launch of the Tundra, they made a big deal out of the fact that they actually stamped the word Tundra into the tailgate. They said the manufacturing process was very expensive. Now here's the kick. This chrome lettering that they stuck in the indent is an option. Guess how much it cost? Are you guessing? $139. So you're getting value for the word Tundra stamped into the tailgate, and they're getting money for the fact that there's now an optional chrome insert that goes into the tailgate. How crazy is that? Now, we have taken this truck off-road actually quite a bit, and if you want to check out those videos, just click above. You can see what it looks like going off-road. And according to Toyota, this truck in its most heavy-duty towing package can tow almost 10,000 pounds.
Well, that's good for a half ton. I like that number.
Yeah, but we are way below that, obviously, 5,600 pounds. And the reason we're way below that is because we're just trying to figure out which is the more fuel-efficient truck. You can't tow more with the Taco, so we have to use the same weight that we towed with the Tacoma.
Right. Now, this has kind of small tow mirrors on it, and the adjustment on it's way up on the dash, so it's not really convenient. You can adjust these mirrors, but I guess you would do that before you would take off.
Yeah, obviously, they're getting there, right? They're getting there.
Yeah, it's a good solid truck. I mean, you know, you hear the exhaust, and that's all you hear. You don't hear the road noise. You don't hear the snow.
How does it drive?
It's doing very, very well. We've got that Anderson no sway weight distributed hitch on the back, tight.
Hey, Ken, here's a bit of trivia for you.
Yes,
Talking
sir.
about squatting, what's the only truck that has headlights that actually adjust manually for when the truck squats so that you're not blinding oncoming people?
That you manually have to adjust.
Right, but what's the only one that has that?
I mean, Toyota and Tundra XD?
This is the only one.
Oh.
Out of all the truck manufacturers, only the Tundra actually has headlights that you can adjust up and down.
Titan XD does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, that's not on for sale
Okay,
yet. All right.
okay.
Let me qualify that. The only truck That
The only half-ton truck.
the only half-ton truck.
There you go.
That's for sale.
Yeah, it's this one, the Tundra.
Hey Andre, in the chase car. So, what do you think we're getting MPG wise, according to what the truck is saying so far? And I want both of you guys to take a guess. So Brian says 9.5, Ken. All right, and Andre, what do you say? All right, Andre says exactly 9. All right, Ken, you want to let him know what the damage is?
Yes, indeed. We're all surprised. 8.2, according to the computer.
8.2 according to the computer. Now that we've gone just 75 miles or so.
Wow, 8.2. Wow, no way.
Yeah, 8.2. I think we were talking about that with Kent, and we think that's because this truck weighs 1,400 pounds more than the Tacoma.
Okay. What's the RPM like at this speed?
Oh, we've been everywhere. Right now we're at 31. Well, we've been down to 19. It's not stayed constant like the Tacoma did. It actually moves around. We're going uphill now, so we're at 31. Downhill, we'll be at 19.
I mean, the proof will be in the pump, but it's surprising. I guessed 9 and Ken guessed 10.
Yeah, I thought that'd be reasonable.
Yeah. So, hey, is there an anchor off the back of this thing? All right, here you go, dude. 87 again.
87. Mid-range.
Yeah, 190 a gallon.
This is the same pump, correct?
Same pump.
Where are we at?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Holy
Let's say
cow.
we're more than 10 gallons right now. All right, let's wait another 10 seconds this time.
Let's wait.
Yeah, let's wait, because we want to get this exactly right for you guys. Because right now, it's really a toss-up which truck, right? Because
It is for fuel mileage,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one said 8.3. The Tacoma said 8.4, and that's within the margin of error, dude.
Yeah, never would have guessed that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see, another 10 seconds. Let all that fuel seep into the tank.
Yeah, and the highways are dry, so conditions are very close.
All right, roll it. Keep this time. Good. All right, and the number is, Andre, 12.31. 12.31. All right, do the math, please.
And drum roll?
Drum roll. All right, let's take a guess. So we got 8.3 on the truck. I'm gonna wager. I'm just gonna stick with 9. I'm going with 9, dude.
I'm going to go with 8.7.
You're all wrong.
Yeah.
7.96.
Oh my gosh.
Basically 8.
Basically 8. So
That's with cruise control. We did everything right.
Yeah.
So, man.
So, you know, it's interesting because Toyota makes very reliable trucks.
Yes.
But they're also very thirsty.
But you know, the colder air, the more power you get because you get more oxygen.
Yeah.
It actually gives you more oxygen and you know, and that
Now you're creating more controversy again,
I'm
Ken.
sorry.
Now you know.
Everything's the same.
If you want a towing rig, then it really doesn't matter which one you go for because they're both going to get about 8 miles to the gallon, towing
Yeah.
5,600 pounds.
Well, that makes me feel better about the little truck, the Tacoma.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was feeling bad for fuel mileage, but if Big Brother doesn't improve,
It's up.
Tacoma's not
It's
a
a
bad
toss-up. As always, this is Roman
and Kent on Mr. Truck.
saying thanks for watching, and check out tfltruck.com for more news, views, and of course real-world towing reviews. Now, Kent, a little surprise for you.
A little surprised.
A little surprise. Right over there, we parked the brand new Chevy Silverado.
Oh, cool.
So we have the trailer,
yes.
we have plenty of daylight. Shall we find out what the Silverado does? Compare it to the Tundra.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, that is the next video up on TFL Truck because we're gonna find out just how well Silverado does compared to both the Tacoma and the Tundra. So Kent, there's a Subway and a Carl's Jr. Why are we eating these like year-old hot dogs when there's all this other stuff here?
Because we're truckers.
Truckers eat year-old hot dogs?
You know, saw how fast this was? We went in there, grabbed the tong, stuck it in the bun, and took off. That's all about speed. We get paid, money is time. And time is money.
All right, we're setting the cruise control to 70, so we're at a constant speed. There we go, and we're at 70. Wahoo!
You got the app going too, so we double check it. Okay.
So we got the app. So we're double checking.
70.
All right.
You see that?
Yeah, hopefully they can see it.
71, 70. Yeah.
70.
Yeah, it's going to vary on these hills.
Oh my God.
You'd be in there socializing in some restaurant all night long. We don't have time for you.
That's right. Trucker makes money by hauling stuff. In this case, ATV, water. So what else you got back there? One of the things I do want to stress is that we will be taking this truck up the I-Gauntlet. We were going to actually do it this week, but there's snow up there. It is Colorado after all, and it is almost December. Probably December when you watch this video, and we can't do a test in the snow. It wouldn't be fair to the other trucks, so we're waiting for the snow to clear.
But a big dog with bratwurst or cheese and jalapenos, this is as good as it gets. You got all kinds of stuff on top of yours.
I do. I have them. I made a bloody old mess.